I'm just playing yarn tunnel. The question is, how much more can I crochet before the tunnel collapses? I kind of think maybe around this area here it's gonna collapse, but I might be done with my project before then. We shall see. Well, I didn't collapse the tunnel, but you can see. So now I get to go weigh the yarn, and I will tell you exactly how much yarn I used in my baby blanket. Okay, so I just smushed the violet ombre, but out of that skein, which I just got today, I used 3.4 ounces, and it's a 10-ounce skein. So my entire baby blanket was 23.4 ounces. And I haven't put the border on. I'll have to start that today. Hey everyone, it is Thursday, July 25th. This is take 2 because take 1 was ruined by noise out back. Anyhow, what have I been working on? I wanted to talk to you today about the baby blanket that I did finish. And here it is. And I put a border on it. And what I really want to talk about is that I put a border first of single crochet around the whole edge. And what I specifically want to go over is how to gauge how much single crochet you should put in, because you don't want to put in too many stitches so that it warps when you're trying to put on an edge. You want it to be nice and flat, unless you're going for a ripple edge. And you don't want to put in too few so that it's tight and it pulls the fabric incorrectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link a video below of the gal who showed me first how to sort of square off the end, because you know it's got that ripple effect to it, and I didn't want that when I was putting on the border. I just wanted a nice flat border, and she shows in her video how to do that with the crystal waves stitch. And she shows 2 different methods, but it's her second method is the one that I use. So take a look at that, and I will put in the comments where to cue it up to get to that. Now, if you have done a granny square, you can do a corner to corner. If you've done a corner to corner, you can do a drunken granny, which is the same thing except it's done on a horizontal. And if you can do a drunken granny, then you can do a crystal waves, which is the same thing as a drunken granny, except it has a front post double crochet in each shell. So, and that's what gives it that textured pop look. And it's real cushy. Anyhow, so when I was working on the border, I documented what I was doing and how I counted out. And it took a few trials and errors to kind of figure out, well, do I want stitches here, or not here? And then I sort of came up with a rhythm and a pattern, and so I'm going to hope it's helpful for you. Now, what I didn't do is I didn't go over the top of the blanket, because in the girl's video below, what she does, it's all single crochet, the way she fixes and straightens it out. So that's just simple single crochet into all those. But then you get onto the sides where you have the chain up 3, and so I've worked that, figured that out for you, and across the original bottom chain, and I figured that out for you. So I'm going to put those into this video right here. Okay, thought I would show you what I am doing on creating this border of single crochet, and right now I'm going down the side, and that's where you really have to sort of guess. And normally, well, there's going to be chain 3s every other row. There's going to be a chain 3. Normally you would put 2 single crochets in there, but what I found was that it was like causing the side to warp, and I didn't want that. But if I only put 1 single crochet in, then it caused it to be too tight. So what I came up with was, you can see, here's one of those chains, and then 1, 2, 3, and I put 2 in there. 1, 2, 3, and 2 in a chain. And 1, 2, 3, 2 in a chain. So that's my pattern. It's keeping the edge nice and straight and kind of rigid, but it's just allowing the border to be nice and even. Okay, I have started making a foundation row of single crochets across the original bottom row, and I created a corner, put 1 single crochet, a chain, and then 1 single crochet. And then you will notice across the bottom there are these larger gaps and then these smaller gaps. So what I do is I put 1 single crochet in the smaller one and 2 in the larger one. Okay? So it's a pattern of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And I hope that helps for the bottom row. Now it's time for crochet meme time! Yay! Here we go!